All right, let's dive right in. We're all drowning in digital noise, right? So, can something as old school as a newspaper ad actually make a difference today? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the surprising power of the printed page and why it just might be the secret weapon your business is looking for.
So let's just tackle the elephant in the room. In a world of social media, search ads, and endless clicks, is print advertising, well, is it dead? It's a fair question. And you know what? The answer is a definite no. And it's probably not for the reasons you think.
To get why, you've got to compare the experience. Just think about how you use your phone. You're scrolling, 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 and your brain has actually trained itself to ignore most ads. It's a real thing called banner blindness. But a newspaper? That's totally different. It's a tangible thing you hold. People are leaning in, they're focused, they're actually engaged with what's on the page instead of just trying to swipe past it. So, what is print's superpower in this digital age? Well, it really boils down to three huge advantages that are more relevant than ever. First and foremost, trust. I mean, think about it. In an era of fake news and just so much noise online, established newspapers are still seen as these pillars of credibility. And when your ad sits next to trusted journalism, some of that trust, that reliability, it just naturally rubs off on your brand. That's a halo effect you just can't buy with a banner ad. Second, and this one's huge, is targeting. You can get incredibly precise. You can pick publications where you know the readers are your ideal customers. Whether you're trying to reach a certain age group, a specific income bracket, or people with a particular hobby, odds are there's a paper for that audience. And finally, for so many businesses, nothing, and I mean nothing, beats the power of local reach. If you want to connect with the people in your actual community, the local paper is a direct line into their homes. You're talking to the customers who live right around the corner. Okay, so you're sold on the idea. But what does placing an ad actually look like? It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. You've got a whole toolkit to play with. So you've basically got two main choices. On one hand, you have the classic classifieds. Text only, super cost effective, and they're the workhorse for things like job postings or selling a car. Then, on the other hand, you've got display ads. These are the big visual ones with logos and images designed to grab attention, build your brand, and shout about your latest promotion. But wait, there's a third option a lot of people forget about: inserts. We're talking about the flyers, the menus, the special coupons that are physically tucked inside the newspaper. These are so powerful because you're literally putting something tangible into your customers' hands. It creates a physical connection that a fleeting digital ad just can't. Now here's where it gets really interesting. A successful campaign isn't just about buying a space. Anyone can do that. It's about being smart and strategic with how you use that space. It really comes down to three key steps. First, obviously, you need a great design with a crystal clear message. Second, placement is everything. Are you in the sports section, the business section? You've got to be where your audience is. And finally, frequency. You got to remember, running an ad just once is like whispering in a hurricane. Repetition is what makes your message stick. Okay, this all sounds really effective, which of course leads us to the big question, the one about the bottom line. How much does this all actually cost? Well, there's no single price tag. The cost is going to depend on a few key things. How many people read the paper? That's circulation. How big your ad is. Are we talking a full page or a little square? Where it is in the paper. Yeah, a front section ad costs more than one buried in the back. And even the time of year can make a difference. This is the number one question people have. It's not like a digital ad where you can track every single click. Or is it? The truth is, you absolutely can measure your return on investment, and you absolutely should. And it's actually way easier than you might think. You just have to be a little clever. You can use things like a special discount code that's only in that ad, or a unique phone number, or a special web address. That way, every time someone uses that code or calls that number, you know, ding, 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 it came directly from your newspaper campaign. So here's the most important takeaway from all of this. This isn't about choosing print instead of digital. No way. The real magic happens when you make them work together. And this is where things get really, really cool. We're talking about hybrid campaigns. This is where your print ad stops being just a static piece of paper and becomes a gateway, a starting point that leads people into a deeper digital experience with your brand. I mean, you're literally transforming that static page into something dynamic and interactive. You're building a bridge that takes your readers directly from the physical newspaper right into your online world. The simplest way to do this, of course, is with a QR code. People can scan it and go straight to your website or a special video. But some brands are taking it even further, using augmented reality where you can point your phone at the ad and watch it come to life. How cool is that? So, as you're planning out your marketing, it's really worth asking yourself this question. In a world where everyone is fighting for attention online, could this focused, trusted, and surprisingly interactive medium be the missing piece of your puzzle? The printed page might just be the one place you can truly stand out.